can get.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another brand new video. Today we are going to be making the video on the PTS Week 3 patch notes. If you guys missed the state of the game, what was it, the 6th? Today's the 8th, so 2 days ago was the day they did a live stream, and I think they do a podcast too. I don't even know who used the fucking podcast, to be completely honest. But anyways, I apologize for not having a video yesterday and the day before. Yesterday was just a completely, I wasn't even home all day yesterday, so there was like no way for me to make a video. I woke up like at 9 o'clock. I didn't get back home until like 10 o'clock, so I was basically gone the entire day. And the day before yesterday, I just had already set it, in my mind that I wasn't going to make a video. It was just a completely day off. But yeah, we're back today with the video. This is just going to be a video talking about basically the live stream shortened up into like a 9 or 10 minute video, instead of you guys having to rewatch the whole video or the whole live stream for, whatever it is, the 4.5 hours it is. Instead of that, you can just watch this video in 10 minutes and gain all the knowledge of what they talked about in 4 hours. So, before we do actually get in the video, if you guys could drop a like, subscribe to my channel. If you guys are new, I'd appreciate it a lot. Let's get right into it. So, I'm going to try to focus on everything that is on the patch notes. Also, the patch notes will be in the description, so if you guys want to check it out for yourself and you guys think that maybe I messed something up or I didn't really do that good of a job explaining it, you guys can check for yourself in the patch notes. It's also on the website. That's where I got it from. It's on the website, or you can just, click the link. But, yeah, let's get right into it. So, they did actually do a lot of stuff that you guys might not have noticed if you guys did not watch the live stream, but first off, we are going to be starting with the gameplay settings that they changed and the game settings and all that. So, first of all, they decreased the damage of level 31 to 33 NPCs by a 15% margin. They also decreased the armor of level 31 to 33 elites by 17%. Not really sure where they got the number 17 from, but that's what they changed. They updated the ways NPCs react to player threats, now allowing players to be more predictably manage enemy aggro. So obviously it's going to probably be a little bit different, like if you're trying to sneak around people and whatnot. But also the reckless high-end gear, I guess you can call it, it says damage received from enemies debuff has been reduced to 15%, 10%. I'm not really sure what that means. If you guys do, I don't really run that much. But the signature skill resource gain reduced from 10% to 5%, so a little bit change right there. Predatory health regeneration reduced from 50% to 35%, so you got a little bit of change right there. Pretty big change right there, actually. As well as onto the search and destroy and high value targets, so obviously the weekly and the dailies we have right here. Enemies in search and destroy missions will now be normal and veteran instead of mostly having elites. Weekly and high value targets, and high risk target missions will now scale according to the group size, so I guess that's a little bit of a good change. More people have it, it might be a little bit easier. So on the next, we have the gear sets. Obviously, if you guys didn't maybe watch last week's, you guys might not have learned that they did actually change the gear set called Blind, or the BLIND. They did actually change that name to the Banshee set, and they have a little bit of more information about the Banshee set and what the 4-piece gear, gear special does. And it says, while rogue, all ammo is completely refilled every 30 seconds. While rogue, obviously, damage taken from non-rogue players is also reduced by 10% while not rogue, and damage to rogue players is increased by also 10%. And lastly, the thing that I'm sort of 50-50 about, which I know is going to make a lot of people want to run it, is it says no Dark Zone XP or currency is lost on the death. So obviously if you die while running this full gear setup, you're not going to lose any XP, you're not going to lose any currency, so that's going to probably make people want to run it a little bit. On the weapons, I'm going to try to talk about everything in the weapon, but there is a very extremely long list for all the weapons and whatnot they changed. But quickly, I will talk about a little bit. Named weapons are no longer locked to specific gear scores, so obviously that meaning, weapons that might be, for a certain weapon that might be only be able to get 182, you can now get them for any, gear score, obviously. With them changing it to the highest is 229. So it says world tier determines the gear score of the weapon when it drops or bought. That's pretty obvious to me. And it also says all named weapon blueprints that have been removed from their sources, they will remain in your blueprint list if you have already bought them, but will only allow you to craft a weapon at the specific gear score that you already had. So obviously if you have it at a 182 or something and you try crafting at a 182, it'll let you. If you're not, then it won't let you. It's pretty obvious right there. And also it says, I'm pretty sure I feel like this was like this before, but it also says it has been changed that named weapons will now have to be acquired through loot drops and vendors. I'm pretty sure that you could always get it like that. Maybe I'm stupid. You could get a drop from a Dark Zone or something, but I'm pretty sure it was always like that. But anyways, it says DPS calculations now values headshot damage for each weapon to be more accurately guide players when modding weapons. So obviously, it's just going to give you a little bit of a more better stat. Obviously, ammo capacity has been decreased by 25%, 50% increase compared to 1.5. What else we got? Not really people that use it, but it says Caduceus has its weapon talents modified, place reduced, stored, and better fit the new gear score scaling. It has now been changed to the following talents: talented, competent, determined. You guys know what this will do. I'm not going to talk about the bug fixings. We do have a few more things to talk about. Onto the skills, if you guys are caring about, the ballistic shields and all that. But this is a sticky bomb. The base skill and all mods PvP modifier reduced by 51% from 90% to 44%. So that is a huge change. If you guys didn't know, they changed a bunch of the skills, and these are one of them. They changed them from 90 to 44%. That is a huge change. Onto the ballistic shield. Base skills and all mods added threat generation when the shield is deployed. Also added threat generation when you're shooting and the shield is deployed, as well as base skill and kinetic breaker, if you guys know what that is. That's just another variation of it. It says decreased health base by 25% from 5,000 to 3,750. Reactive targeting, that's another one. Decreased base health by 30%, 7,500 to 5,625. And lastly, you have the Assault Shield variation. It says decreased base health by 30%, so that's 3,750 to 2,812. So 1,000 health, I guess you could say. These are the ones that people probably use a little bit more than the Ballistic Shield. We have the Support Station. Obviously, it says base skill and all mods decrease base cooldown by 44%, 90 seconds to 50 seconds. So that's actually pretty good. Instead of waiting a minute and 30 seconds, you now only have to wait 30 seconds. So I guess that's pretty good. As well as the skill power set cooldown is set to 80%, and the ammo cache skill haze bonus is reduced from 70%, 50% to 15. So you're not going to get that much of a. You're not going to be able to like, kind of rig it to get your stuff back real fast. So I guess that's pretty good. Smart cover, it says the weapon accuracy bonuses is from 7%, from 7.5% back to 7%, so they didn't change anything for that really. It also says weapon stability and accuracy bonus and debuffs, as well as weapon resistance bonus is 5% back to 5%, so nothing changed right there again. The recharger, you have skill haste bonus decreased by 25% from 20 back to 15. So concealment added threat reduced when using this cover, so I guess that's pretty cool. It's kind of like the concealment on the pulse, but when you use the shield or a smart cover, there you go. Speaking of pulse, we are on to pulse. The tactical scanner is decreased critical hit damage from 20% to 8. Man, that's gonna take quite a bit of DPS away when you're using that. 20%, 8%. I'm probably gonna still use it, but sheesh, man, killing it. Seeker Mine, the cluster. They only messed with the cluster one. Decreased duration of bleed effect from 20% to 10 seconds to 8 seconds. So they didn't really go into much detail, but 20% is now 8% or 8 seconds. So I don't really know what 20% was in seconds before that. Mobile cover, the extension variation, added threat generation when you are in use of this cover. Countermeasure, added threat reduction when using cover. As well as the loot and rewards. They didn't really talk too much about it, other than missions and incursions. They talked about 4 horsemen. You're going to be getting, guaranteed high ends instead of maybe, getting unlucky and getting a purple or even a blue. I don't even know if it's possible to get blue, but yeah, now you're basically guaranteed high ends in that. As well as they talked a little bit about high ends and getting them in tier 1 and whatnot, but that's basically all that. Once next week's coming out, I'll probably talk a little bit more about that. But I literally talk about everything on this page. Once again, the link will be in the description to this if you guys want to get a little bit more information on this. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today, man. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Once again, leave a like if you guys enjoy. I'll see you guys next video tomorrow. Peace out.
5 and the 5 brigade. So tonight we